Dahlia was diagnosed with an aggressive brain cancer last May at the age of 2. She subsequently underwent a brain surgery that left her unable to walk, talk, or eat. She began to recover and had partial right side paralysis, severe neurological deficits. A month after diagnosis, she stopped breathing, underwent 2 very difficult resuscitations, prolonged, hour-long resuscitations, was rushed into emergency surgery, and after that, another emergency surgery. But because she had a history of stopping breathing during that surgery, where she had to have a shunt placed from her brain to her stomach, her skull drilled into and devices placed. When she was waking up from that surgery, they could give her no medication for pain because morphine is a respiratory suppressant. It's a dangerous and deadly narcotic. It comes from the opium plant. In fact, many of our medicines come from plants. Plants are medicine. We know this, and scientists know this, and doctors know this, but for some reason, cannabis wasn't available to me. It took me watching my daughter die, watching her writhe in pain, completely stripping the humanity and the compassion from the situation with a 2-year-old, for me to be backed into a corner to see that cannabis is just a plant. It is safe and effective. It also kills cancer cells. It helps with seizure conditions. It has so many miraculous benefits, from diabetes to MS, ALS. And a politician could tell me that I could not give it to my daughter. That's where I think they made a mistake, is I don't know that they considered the parents in this. I think the saying goes, a mother does better research than the FBI. And the truth is, when we found out that this plant was actually not dangerous, not deadly, the safest plant that did the most for our children and so many other patients, from young to adults. Obviously, you guys have heard of a lot of patients now in this state. So we came together, first for legislation, but ultimately to support one another as CannaMoms, as the moms of critically ill children. We work with parents around the state, around the nation, basically trying to spread the message that not only do we not ever want a child to have to suffer because their parent didn't know, and we would never want another parent to have to say, my greatest regret is that I allowed my child to suffer because I didn't know. But we also want it to be known that we're your neighbors. We could be your mom, we could be your daughter, we could be your sisters. We're just like everyone else. We're patients and we're parents of patients. We're not criminals. Politicians writing healthcare legislation and determining what is and isn't medicine is very wrong, because a politician is not a physician, and we all know that. And what we have really uncovered here is that this war on drugs is killing our children. So we hope to bring to the people coming into this state who want to invest and want to start big businesses and make money off of this, that what you always remember, and at the end of every day, the reason there's a demand for this industry truly is because there are suffering patients and people who really, really need this. So we hope that you always keep these stories in mind to put the patients first when you come in to do business in the state.
Hi, my name's Annalisa, and my daughter is 10, and she has intractable epilepsy since she was 3 months old. She's been seizing, and so this has been a long road for us. For 10 years we've searched, and I'm not going to go into too much because I'm going to talk a little bit later more about her history. But I met these other moms online, and it saved me. It saved my sanity. It helped me with my sanity and basically saved my life by being part of the CannaMoms and the things that I've learned. It provided me with a network of moms that are truly devoted, and dads, truly devoted to moving this forward to provide medicine for the children and adults as well. I've learned a lot in those rooms, and I wish our politicians would even take an ounce of the time that we do to that we've learned to educate. We have to educate ourselves. But my daughter's path has led us to where she can't walk, she can't eat, she can't drink, she seizes, and the only option we have is cannabis, and that is her only hope. Quite often we're asked, and no, I am, and I know they are, where people come up to us and say, how do you do it? How do you do day to day when you have a medically complex child? And I can tell you, this is how you do it. When you find out your child is sick, you sit down and you cry. And you cry a lot because you don't know why this is happening to you. And then you beat yourself up because you think you caused it and maybe you could have prevented it. And then from there, you get this all excited feeling like you're going to be the one to beat it. And then you run around and you do research and you listen to the doctors and you go to all the hospitals and you try all the things that they tell you to do, and then it doesn't work. And then you get frustrated and angry and you cry some more. And then you come to a crossroads, which is what happened to all of us. And you come to a crossroads and you say, I'm either going to accept fate and accept the way things are, or I'm going to make a change, and I'm going to change the way things are, and I'm going to continue on. And as moms, we are not stopping on this fight. This is a medicine, and it needs to be a medicine that's available, and it's proven that it works, and the advocacy that we do and the people that we help, it's very rewarding, and the best thing about this business could be to help another person.
All right, I guess with that said, we have several other parents that we work with, some of whom are here today and chose not to speak, some of whom could not make it. All of us are on a journey to save our children's lives, but at the same time to salvage the quality of lives that every child should have. With that being said, honest to God, Dahlia was not likely to make it to her 3rd birthday last year, and she did. And I have no doubt in my mind that it's because of cannabis that she made it to her 4th birthday. So today is a very emotional day for me, for everyone who loves her. And we'll hope that you'll take into consideration maybe reaching out to tithe or to give back to the communities, and to keep in mind that these are the real patients. This is saving lives. And when you come into this industry, you're part of that, to be compassionate and to give back. Thank you.